Thank you for watching. This is my first video uploading. Um, I've spent a few days trying to figure out what my first topic is going to be and what I was going to talk about, a product, and trying to figure out a product, but rather I'm going to speak about an experience I've had just recently within the past couple of days. Family and I had gone to a local family grocery to buy groceries for dinner. And on the counter in front of us was a cereal box. And on the cereal box was a Xerox copied paper with a picture of an elderly lady in a wheelchair. And on the back of the box was an ID with a phone number. So reading this announcement that was on the cereal box, it was basically in reference to an elderly female who was sick, who was diagnosed with I believe, operable brain tumor. And this was a way of reaching out to the community by posting the cereal box with a poster on it, asking for money to help with, the surgery. So I took it upon myself to go ahead and contact a family member whose ID was on the back of the box, and got the story on this lady. Appeared to be the aunt of the person that was announcing it, and in further conversation, it looked like the young lady who'd posted the announcement was the niece to this elderly woman who's been diagnosed with an operable brain tumor. Well, after so many details, there's still many variables left to work out and for them to seek the care that they both need. And the reason for me recording this is that one of the things that struck me about this young lady that I was speaking to is she was very unaware of services in her community. She was very unaware of services offered by a county facility or by university, just anything out there that can help medically. She has attended local community clinics, which are usually, community funded and have very limited resources and don't really offer much more than clinical care or vaccinations or injections, that aren't really able to offer stuff like x-rays and ongoing care, or continuum of care, much less invasive procedures. And this lady was very, very, very distraught, very, very jaded, felt very lost because she couldn't find the help that she needs. And then compounded with her aunt's issue, where she's sick and feels like she's at a loss because she can't go out there and find the help that she needs. She's just, it's very upsetting. Again, my point to this is just trying to get the word out there for people to know is that there is help out there. There is help out there, whether it be community, private-based. There's many, many different types of assistance out there. And my message to people here today is that don't be afraid to get out there and look for it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Now, this lady that I spoke to, by ethnicity, comes from a very, humble people and of a different first language. So, she was embarrassed, and, she knew that she would exude the ignorance that she has, not because she's ignorant, but because, she doesn't know. And no one's taken the time to explain to her. Rather, she's never been able to ask. And I told her the same thing. Don't be afraid. Look out there. Unfortunately, you've got to do a little investigating on your own, but there's help out there. I told her, being lost by not choice, but because of being afraid, might as well be just as bad as by choice. Everybody deserves health care. Everybody deserves to be healthy. Everybody deserves to feel happy. Everybody deserves to feel, normal as you can say. But it's a shame how, even in the community, that how they lack resources, especially in primary care, to get out there and to be able to communicate and let the community know that we're out there and that there's so many services out there. Again, if you're someone who is dealing with financial issues, if you have a family member who's dealing with financial issues, just remember the help is out there. You know, Again, there are many organizations that offer help, even if it's a small step, a baby step. There's referral processes. They can get you They can get you connected with people that can offer more of an invasive help. But you gotta get up and you gotta go and you gotta get out there and you gotta look for this. You can't be afraid. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Everybody deserves help. There are people that ask for help every day. Never feel ashamed. Now, unfortunately, as well, yeah, I know there's, that part of the community that does make it harder for those, seeking help, but just try not and let that bother you. Just try and let that be even more of an energy, more of a reason to get out and look for that help. A great place to start is your county facility. Like here where I live, our county hospital here, who's associated with a major university, offers help at financial assistance. Some patients, if they meet a specific wage scale or if they meet certain guidelines, they'll have that care taken care of. Now this is not an announcement to go out and receive all the free care you want. Just as I challenge you to go out there and look for this help, I also challenge you, to be that responsible, member of society, looking for services that are deemed meaningful and needed. You can call your county health department and ask for services, and remember, just because if you go to one place and ask for one service and they say no, doesn't mean that all the places are like that. Every clinic is different. Every entity is different. You can try your Rotary Club, okay? You can try Toastmasters. You can, again, just look for civic organizations. They themselves might not be able to offer, but they just might know someone who does offer, or a clinic that does offer. Walk into your major hospital and ask about what the assistance program is like. It's confidential. It's non-shaming. They don't put you in a corner and make you feel like you're any less of an individual, because you're just as important as anybody else. You deserve and you deserve that care just like anybody else does. So again, this was really just to say something that, don't be afraid. Get out there and look for the help that you need, because you deserve it. You deserve it. There's no reason to feel like you're any less of anybody else. There's no reason to feel like, that you're a hindrance to a society or to anything like that, just because you'd be asking for help. Just please, if there's something you need, if there's care that you need, if you know a family member that you need, please go out there and look for it. Ask for help. It's okay. The help is out there. You just got to look for it. Good luck.